Hi, everybody. The feedback tool that we're going to describe today is implemented in the examples I'm going to show in the software 90 at 90.io. You don't have to have 90 to do this. The tool itself is part of the concepts, but I'm going to use 90 as an example because it's all well formatted and it's all there. If you want to do it some other way, you can. So let's go into what we're really talking about here. Primary question is, how long do you want your team members to go without absolute clarity on their performance? And that's the thing that a lot of companies do. They don't want to spend the time because if they you don't have it well formed, and people are getting better and better at it over time. If it's different every time, if it has a lot of open questions, if you have people have a hard time answering, you end up doing it annually, and that's a long time to go without great feedback. So we really want to make sure we've got a well formed approach to how we're going to give this feedback and do it at least quarterly. And there are a couple examples we'll talk about where we do it even more often than that. And we want to make sure we're following a very consistent structure. And the structure that we found that is most impactful, that is most it leads to the most questions. That's really the thing we're trying to do here. We're not trying to give everybody more scores. We're trying to make sure that we're having the right conversations. Are people getting the kind of feedback and redirection, and are we answering the right questions at the right time? Which is what we've said a million times about what a really great operating system is: asking all the right questions at all the right times. So the questions include, uh, are are the people that are working for me, are they fitting with the core values? They want to know that, and I want to think about it. So even if you talk to people every day, you may not ask yourself the question, are they really demonstrating the core values in a way that I can see? And you'll see here as we go through this, I'll go into more examples, but I want to know that they're actually people that really belong here, because sometimes that's a problem. Now, also, are they really meeting our expectations on their roles and responsibilities? So if I've done a good job as a leader, as a manager, and I've designed a seat that they're sitting in that makes sense, that has the most important roles and responsibilities, 3 to 7, less is more until it's not. Have I captured in my expectations appropriately in there, and are they meeting those expectations? So that's the next question. And then, are the KPIs and other measurables, other things that we're doing to measure performance, are they actually capturing the performance that we want? So, I know core values; those are probably pretty solid. That's a great measure of whether they fit here. Hopefully, the roles and responsibilities are a great way of determining what really is important about the seat, and then I've got ways of measuring those things. I'm going to give an impression of whether or not they're meeting expectations. And if they're not, it may be the KPIs are wrong, or that they're doing the wrong kind of rocks and things like that. So I want to be able to have all of that open to me for us to have a conversation about, is this the right seat? Are you the right person for it? And are we focusing on the right things? And then we're going to turn it around, because every time we have this conversation, we want to find out if the person who's leading that person, if the manager is offering the right kind of leadership. Is it appropriate and effective at making sure people feel connected to the long-term story? Creating a story for that person to be successful. And is that manager also providing effective coaching? Because we think both of those things are part of the job. In EOS, they call it leadership and management. Other people call it leadership and mentoring. But the notion here is that there's at least two different types of ways that I want you to participate in advancing the cause of people that work for you. I want you to offer them some leadership. I want you to, as we'd like to say, master the art of getting people to want to do what needs to get done, connecting them to the long-term goal, and motivating them to do their best work, helping them see a path for themselves inside the organization. And there's coaching. Are they getting their job done today? Are they responding to things that are happening right now? Are they able to accomplish what we want them to accomplish? So those are the core questions, those 5 questions that we want to make sure we have a conversation with both the manager and the managee, the leader and the led. We want that conversation to happen at least quarterly, so that those people can have clarity with each other about what's really important. So the next couple of parts, we're going to look at measuring performance, and the different ways we talk about that first 3 questions there. And then after that, we'll go with the leadership and coaching part.